Hello, welcome, beautiful, vibrant souls. It's called to do collective, so that's what we're going to look at. I want to look at incoming energies, vibes. I'm getting the sense of something to contemplate over the next 72 hours. So this is something that meditation, further reflection upon will yield good results for you. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this, it finds you 72 hours from that point. That's when the energy is potent. Cosmic flowers at the bottom and it's reversed. This is kind of talking about getting in touch with that spiritual and ephemeral essence of self. Some of you guys feel disconnected from your purpose, from your higher self, from your calling, from that thing that makes you feel connected to source, right? To all, a part of everything. I feel you've been patient with that process, but it does feel weird, right? It feels like you're kind of out of sync, out of step. That's the phrase I want to use. Empowerment. I feel like this sense of like a faltering confidence kind of coming through. This is number 26 that reduces to an 8. It says the frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the uniting us with others in the deep trust that we're all connected through the same source. I try not to memorize these cards so that way like the channeling can have an opportunity to be synchronistic. So that just like slaps. A lot of you've undergone a lot of changes somewhat recently. And this is what you need to know about this period of change in your life, whether you're still in the middle of it, whether it's, you're dealing with the fallout, it's incoming. This is something that you're aware of, right? So you can point to what the changes are. It's indicative of the emerging of a larger personal truth. And even if you can't see the whole vision or how it all fits together, this is like a lot of you have gone through an almost evolution, right? I'm getting like the throat chakra energy with all the blue. An evolution in your truth, an evolution in how you communicate, an evolution in your own personal understanding. And it's okay if right now you feel a little out of step, out of sync, out of sorts. That's okay. Realization. 37 reduces to a 10, which also reduces to a 1. So there is a sense here of an ending and a new beginning, kind of all coalescing at the same moment. But we have the frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. Okay. A lot of you guys are aware, or you are becoming aware, this is a process, that you're not passionate about something anymore. It's not for you. This could be a relationship. This could be a career. There's a sense of like, when I am engaged in XYZ, when I'm spending time with this person, whatever it might be for you, it's like, I don't feel like I'm connected in, right? I don't feel tapped in anymore. It doesn't hold any weight. It's like dead energy, right? It's like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything of value or anything important. I'm just passing time. Not even spending it and certainly not investing it. It's just passing time. Ooh, yeah. And this is a process some of you might realize or may have realized, like some aspect of where you're at doesn't resonate. So you don't know what does resonate, but it's like, I know that's not it. Again, 37 reduces to a 10, which it reduces to a 1. So something has to end so another thing can begin. Whatever you are working toward, this is again like an upgraded, higher iteration of your truth, of your authenticity, of an authentic way to express yourself. And it's okay if right now you're feeling disconnected. This is part of this process. It is sacred, it is divine, it is necessary to get you not only to what you asked for, but to the thing that will resonate with you now. Because what you had doesn't resonate. So it's not even just that you're not feeling connected to it. It does not. It's falling out of vibrational harmony with you. 5 of Cups in reverse. Oh, I feel like a lot of you guys, what this has to do with is letting go of something that wasn't for you. I talk about this not infrequently, but sometimes we can hang on to grief, to anger, to really challenging emotions, heavy emotions, right? Because at least if we're hanging on to that, we're still connected. So sometimes if we, I don't know, we break up with somebody and we want them back and then we hate them, right? We're angry with them. Sometimes we hang on to the anger even after we're not really angry anymore, just because we're still connecting that way, right? With someone we're indifferent when we, Well, not only when we wake up and they're not the first thought on our mind, but they're all the way at the bottom of the list and then not even on the list at all, right? When we realize we haven't thought about them in days or weeks, or we haven't felt sad about it in a long time, right? That's almost harder in some ways, is when our grief itself passes away. And so some of you, it's like you're letting something go that doesn't resonate with you anymore. And some of you feel like conflicted about this, like you feel guilty, like you'll forget about this meaningful part of your life, this chapter, and that's just not the case. Or that you'll lose progress, that is also not the case. 535 is an important number. King of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and then 9 of Wands. I do want to note, these were all reversed initially. I feel called to put them upright. Something that you might be letting go of is letting go of, the King of Pentacles is somebody who's really, really established. So there might be something where you've invested a lot, you've really honed your skills, you've honed your craft, you've gotten some amount of like recognition, notoriety, you've gotten used to a certain way of doing things, and you're letting that go. You know how to overcome obstacles. We have Taurus energy here, by the way. And it's kind of like, some of you, you're letting go of an identity as somebody who like overcomes challenge, who like is in the struggle. Like that's what you know how to do, is how to take a difficult situation and grow from it and turn it into something, right? Spin like lead into gold kind of a thing, or turn lead into gold. Yeah, there we go. I'm not that great with the elements and stuff. Pardon me. I have actually been, for giggles, kind of like casually learning chemistry, so that's fun. But what I feel like is happening here is that regardless of what you're letting go of, what I feel like you guys are tapping into is that you do have this King of Pentacles energy, somebody who is very stable, very grounded, very patient, very abundant. It's making me think of the quote, and I can't remember who said it, but it's to get what you want, first you have to be patient with what you have. I feel like you guys have mastered that. You've mastered this kind of like slower way of living, slower way of recognizing and embodying the things that you're passionate about, your creativity. I feel like what you guys are kind of coming into awareness on, because 8 of Wands is Mercury and Sagittarius, so that's an expansive mind frame. What you guys are kind of coming into awareness on is that guardedness, anger, this is the Wounded Warrior card. Holding on to that is going to block whatever you put out there to the universe. It's blocking your next step, right? See how we have all this energy going right to the 9 of Wands, and then boop. It's kind of like this sense of like, whatever this is from the past that you're moving your way through, I feel like it takes it's now becoming a hindrance and a barrier to you. What is this thing with the 9 of Wands? Because again, you've been fighting for it. The 5 of Wands in reverse. A lot of you guys have been in a period of letting people go, blocking out chaotic energies, and that was exactly what you needed to do, right? And there's kind of a sense now where I feel like you're moving into a period of time where you're connecting with new people, or the people that are left in your life are actually a good fit. And so it's okay to like lower your guard now, because I feel like now that level of defensiveness doesn't really serve you. You may have been on a journey to learn how to protect your peace, focus on creating stability and abundance for yourself. And now that guardedness, like I said, isn't serving you anymore. Yeah, the star is at the bottom. Now it's time to heal. We're repeating 8s showing up. Now it's time to heal. So what your guides want you to know, Queen of Pentacles, you do have somebody coming in who's going to be helping assist you in this. This is a time to be soft. This is a time to receive. This is a time to be able to open your heart to giving and receiving generosity very, very freely, very reciprocally. 9 of Cups. I do feel like you have somebody coming in who's going to be wanting to spend time with you doing things that you like. Somebody might be gifting you something, or gifting you like an opportunity, like an experience to go have with them, and you just have like a great time. This is a time for you to get something that would be very meaningful and satisfying to you at a personal level. 3 of Cups. Yeah, this feels like a friend. This is a time to celebrate. Again, whoever's left over in your life and whoever might be coming in soon, these are people who are in resonant harmony with you because you've cleaned out, like you've taken out the trash. You've cleaned out all the bullshit. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. And now is the time to start something new. Something much more fresh. So this is a time to work on, again, lowering that guard. Breathe a sigh of relief. The people who are in your life still after all of this, after this purge, those are trustworthy people. Those are people that you can rely on, people you can lean on. For a very small number of you with the Three of Cups, somebody might be coming back and now you guys are in alignment and now you guys, like, you can, like, if you're friends, you can kind of like get over whatever was in the way. If you guys are like, you know, collaborators, you have like a creative project, you guys are like aligned in your intentions and like your way of doing things. The next full moon might be a time when somebody comes back. But this is saying that, you know, you and this person are now in a place, King and Queen of Pentacles, where you want the same things. And so you can build something very stable, whether it's a long-lasting friendship, you're sharing a home with somebody, you're building a business with somebody. This can now be much more fruitful because both of you have matured. Both of you have, I feel like, again, cleaned up your life in some form or fashion. Yeah, both of you have healed with the Four of Swords and taken a lot of time to consider what's for you and what's not. So that's what I have for you right now. I'll talk to you guys soon. Be well and good luck.